Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for November 2024. How are you, Sagittarius? How did October treat you? I hope that you're doing well. Just a reminder that I'm still doing the daily written tarot and oracle card readings on Instagram and on the YouTube community page. So where necessary, I'll put a link in the description box for that. Also, if you want to book a personal reading, see the description box for that as well. So your pre-reading meditation, I saw wings, but it wasn't necessarily attached to anything. Or if it was attached to something, I couldn't identify what it was attached to, what the wings were attached to. I saw the wings flying, soaring, taking off, landing. But then I got the thought that someone feels grounded even though they have wings. So I would say, if this message resonates, what prevents you? What's preventing you from taking off? I did get an image after that of oily wings, like oil on the wings. So I would also say, what does the oil represent that could be weighing you down if the message resonates? So that's it for you for your pre-reading meditation. We're going to start off with a message for you from the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle, new deck for me. Had it a couple of weeks. It was a birthday gift to myself. So I'm getting more familiar with it. And then we'll wrap it up with a message from the Isis Oracle, which I am loving at the minute. I don't really use it very often, and I should use it more. It is the pocket edition, so I am going to get the full edition at some point. But the pocket edition is pretty good because the messages, they are quite intense, and I did find a version of the full messages, like from the actual book, and they are intense in themselves anyway, so maybe it's good that I've got the pocket edition to kind of get familiar with that. Anyway, let's start off with the Secrets of the Ancestors deck first of all. So what do we need to know for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising for November 2024? Holy shit, you have a picture of something with wings on it. I know I can be quite dramatic with my reaction sometimes, but it just amazes me. And strangely, she's a creature of water, but she has wings. So I'm just fascinated. I'm baffled. Creative expression. I love that. Maybe that's why I couldn't identify what I was looking at with wings, because if you can see the image, it's almost like a woman, but she's got wings. She's got feathers on her body. She's got bird feet. Yeah, what can I say? Anyway, we'll leave that there. And we'll get your tarot cards out and then I'll read the message from the book for you. So I'm just going to give them one more shuffle. I know it is a bit loud with the mic, but... And for anyone wondering why I don't shuffle that way on the table, it's because it's too bloody awkward. So I shuffle it on the chair that I'm sitting on and then do it again in front of the camera. Right, so Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. No, I'll show you what it is. It's the Page of Wands. Okay, well, that is creative expression, but I mean, I'll do it again just because it didn't quite feel right. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, what do you need to know? Okay, excuse me. So I feel that this is the top one, and then we've got the Two of Swords, or it doesn't really matter anyway, to be honest. It's back again anyway as the challenge, the Page of Wands. I have to say, I feel like asking straight away for someone, for at least one person here, with the Two of Cups and the Page of Wands together. So it's a challenge again. Do you feel, excuse me, do you feel that you can express yourself freely with others and in your relationship? So do you feel misunderstood at all? So that's a question that comes to mind. God, you've got, how many fire cards have you got? Actually, not that many, but the fire energy feels quite strong. You got a lot of kings here. Who's missing? King of Swords, King of Pentacles, King of what? Oh, they're all there. You've got all of the kings. Haven't you? Yeah, you've got all of the kings. Interesting. Okay. Right, so let me get the book. I'm still astounded by the fact that this is the image that came out after that meditation. Right, 29. It says, creative energy is all around you. Use your imagination to get unstuck. After I talked about sticky wings. Right, follow your inspirations and allow your emotions to fuel your pursuits. Romantic or creative, your heart energy is blossoming. This is a time of heightened creativity with potential for breakthroughs. This idealistic and compassionate animal spirit ancestor coming forward can be a good thing if there is something or someone you've been waiting for. But moving too fast can lead to recklessness. Pace yourself. You are obsessed with seeking fulfillment. Okay, well, you've got the Ten of Cups there. So it says you have the potential to get sloppy. Hasty decision making can block your flow. And what is the Two of Swords? It can be a block. So that's interesting as well. The ancestral memory says the creature of water is the Akan animal spirit, the Sankofa heron bird. They come forward with the lucky energy of the Ghanaian goddess of the harvest, Asase Afua. Sankofa means we must go back to get it. Sankofa here is the animal spirit that connects the past, present and future. Bear with me. I don't know why through these readings I'm not ill, but I can't seem to clear my throat, so bear with me. Okay, so continuing the message, it says, ancestral medicine, it says, take time to experience. Creature of water saves us from ourselves with fairy tale knights in shining armor energy, saving the damsel in distress. Are you moving too fast to reap the benefits of your blessings? My child, how can you go back and reap your harvest? And the shadow aspect, so if the card was reversed, I know it's not, but I'll say it anyway. It says a relationship may be fizzling out or stagnant. You may be stuck in the past. Heartbreak and betrayal may be on the horizon. And the tarot correspondence for this card is the Knight of Cups. Makes sense because the Knight of Cups is the dreamer, aren't they? They're like can be a fantasist as well, but yeah. The declaration says, I am a creative force. So with that message coming up, and the stuff from the pre-reading meditation about having the ability to soar, having the wings, but something's keeping you stuck. What is the blockage here? If the Two of Swords is a blockage, what is the blockage to your fulfillment and your happiness? Let's get some clarifiers out and see what it tells us. So what do we need to know? And what is the fulfillment that you seek? Is it just expression? Is it a relationship? Is it a feeling? Let's see. Well, again, expression with the Knight of Swords. So for someone, fulfillment could simply be have been able to speak your truth. And I mean, I would say maybe someone feels that they want to be able to speak their truth and be respected and be valued and appreciated for that. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Living in the real world, we know that that's not always possible, that when we speak our truth sometimes, not everybody likes it, do they? You won't always be respected and valued and appreciated for it. What would the compromise be there? What would the compromise be there? So let's continue. Maybe the blockage to the happiness is that you don't 100% know your truth. To be frank, that could be something as well. I will say here, I feel like someone probably does feel that they can't express their truth. They can't be vulnerable, as vulnerable as they would like to be, because they are concerned about how they're viewed. Let me get one more. Try that again. Someone doesn't feel seen. This, I will be honest, this does. I think it's the Scorpio reading. There's a slight connection there, and I know one person that will be significant for. But yeah, someone doesn't feel seen in the way that they'd like to be seen. But overall, again, there is a blockage to the fulfillment. There's a desire to express, but something doesn't feel right with it. There's a lack, there's a feeling of lack when someone does express, whether it's speaking their truth or expressing in any other way. And as I say, there's a message for someone here that they may not completely know what their truth is. It gives that feeling of like, I don't even know how to explain what I'm feeling, to be honest. But it's like, like when you have influencers, social media influencers, and they like the attention very much. They like the attention, they value the attention, but they don't necessarily have a truth. Like whatever they're saying, it's just on trend with whatever the trend is, or I don't know. But it's like they don't have their own truth, but they want to be seen. And it's like it's almost like you can't properly be happy and fulfilled if you don't have your own truth, because if your main focus is just the attention, it's a bit, it kind of lacks substance, doesn't it? It lacks substance, and I don't know. There's just something for me personally, if all I cared about in doing the channel and the readings was the attention, it wouldn't feel quite right for me. I'm doing it because it's what I enjoy, and because what I say is my truth, and what I say is the stuff I say is stuff that I believe in and stuff that I value. And yeah, that can change with time as well, but it matters to me. I can't imagine doing it just to get the attention. I can't imagine how just getting the attention for what I do would make me feel fulfilled. And that's just my personal perspective. Feel free to share if you have any opinions on that, because yeah, it's a complex and interesting subject. So and if you are someone who your number one priority is just that you want to have the attention or the respect, and it's not I'm not saying it as a criticism or judgment, but if that is your main focal point as your truth, is that you want the attention, why is that? Is there a deeper reason for that? And what is your actual truth, regardless of the attention and respect? Anyway, let's get on with it. So the world is a past energy with the Knight of Cups here. So that does look like a new dream, or the desire for a new dream. So you've identified that you want to pursue a new dream, at the very least. For some, you may have entered a new cycle of expression as well. I'm getting up. Right, Four of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. There's a level of commitment there with that Four of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. So someone may have decided what they want to commit to. Okay, someone may have started in a relationship in the past, whether that's recent past, anything else. If it's not a relationship, it's just that you kind of identify something that you connect with that feels like the dream. There's something about it that feels fulfilling, or there's a desire for that at the very least. If you don't feel that way, there's the desire for it. Then you get the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So there is something new, as I say. So it's either in the whatever the past is, however long ago the past is, it's like that desire or starting to commit to something that feels fulfilling. There's a new seed being planted here. It's the beginning stage, but you've got the feeling for it. Even if you haven't made any physical moves, you've got the feeling for it, and there's a desire to commit to that. So it could even be as simple as you say to yourself, you know what, I want a new way of life. I'm sick of this old way and I want a new way of life, and I'm willing to commit to it, and I've got the feeling for it, and I'm going to start working on that now. So for someone as well, as I said, it could be a relationship, but it can also be about the way you operate in relationships. That sounds really technical, doesn't it? But something about the way you operate in relationships. I almost feel like there's something here for someone where, I know in the book it talked about, oh my God, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was about something along the lines of being so eager for happiness that you kind of get carried away with it. It almost feels like someone going on a path where the new relationship that they've started now, they're kind of more I don't know, level-headed with it. Like, you still honor your emotions in it, but you don't jump in feet first or whatever first. That's kind of frivolous. There's more stability, taking your time with it as well. Like, you know the feelings are there, but you take your time with it a lot more. So in that relationship, you started to express yourself differently in a relationship than you would have previously. So we have the Two of Cups, and that's actually, this is pretty much the same energy. It's, again, it's either a relationship where you get to express yourself, but you can express yourself in a new way, like almost with a new identity, or it's something that you know how you want to feel or what you connect with, and again, you express or have the opportunity. Oh, this is a challenge, by the way, actually. Okay, it's a challenge. So the challenge is expressing yourself differently in a situation. So you may have started it, but it's still a challenge. Things don't just happen overnight. Seven of Wands. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. There's a few different messages coming in here. Eight of Cups. Page of Wands again. And the Five of Wands. I feel with that Seven of Wands and Nine of Pentacles, again, that energy, you know, where I said that somebody could be taking their time this time when they approach something, or there's an opportunity to take your time. That is significant here. And it said it in the book, didn't it, again, that concept of not rushing towards what you think will be your happiness. Seven of Wands, protective energy. Nine of Pentacles, again, it's a bit of a protective energy. Eight of Cups, for me, it's not settling. And again, with that Page of Wands, with the Five of Wands, it's dealing with things in a new or different kind of way, whether it is in a relationship or just with you pursuing or connecting with something that you love, or even just the way you express yourself. There's something different about it. And that's the challenge, is to either do that, start it, or maintain it and continue on with it. So let's look at the Empress. She is going to be an external energy. And what is she with? The Empress with the Chariot. Okay. You may have more support, external support on your path at this point in time. The Empress could represent support as you move forward, or support to move forward. Maybe it's support that you haven't had previously, because it's an external influence. So it could be, again, if it's a relationship, it could be, excuse me, my tummy is rumbling, I'm a little bit hungry now. Anyway, it's support on your journey or encouragement on your journey. So we've got the Nine of Wands. Up or down? Down. It's down because it tells me that you probably didn't have the support previously that you needed for this. So if it was a relationship, the partner wasn't as supportive as they should have been. If it's just the pursuit of a particular path, you didn't have the relevant support. The Fool. Oh, I like that, the Fool being there, because the Fool, it's like the freedom. It's having the freedom, the opportunity to have the freedom to be yourself, to express yourself. Oh, okay. Four of Pentacles. You might still be kind of holding on to the old ways a little bit with that Four of Pentacles, and that could be part of the blockage as well. It's like, you know, when I feel like I gave this example in Scorpio's reading, so there's a connection. It could be Scorpio, it might have been a different one actually, but I gave the example of when we evolve and we change sometimes, it's almost like if you had a pair of shoes that were too small, you've outgrown the pair of shoes, but mentally you're still like, oh yeah, but I'm still going to wear them. I still like the shoes. And it's like, well, no, they don't fit you anymore. They're like completely wrecking your feet. They're breaking your toes off. And it's like that. It's like it's like your spirit changes, and it's like physically you have to catch up with that. So that's the kind of vibe where you hold on to the old, even though there's an opportunity to do things differently. Because you're just used to the old, aren't you? You're programmed to do things the old way, or to be the old version of yourself. So we've got the Four of Cups here. And I will take this in more of the literal sense of the Four of Cups that readers often say here, where it's like you're not quite appreciative, I don't know if that's the right word, but you're not quite seeing how good what you're being offered is. It's that kind of energy. You've got the Death card there and the King of Cups. And there's a need to see it differently, to see it from a different perspective, to perceive it and feel it in a different way, and be like emotional maturity with that King of Cups, I would say. King of Cups is support as well. So whatever changes are happening for you, again, it's almost like it feels like the support is there. Are you accepting the support? But it feels like the support is there. So King of Wands and King of Cups is what you need to be more aware of. I mean, it could put, there's so many people here, to be honest with you. The Empress, the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, etc. This could also be supporters, cheerleaders for you that you need to be more aware of. That support is there in helping you to express yourself and to achieve that sense of fulfillment and happiness, but maybe you don't see it, or you expecting or wanting support from the people who can't give that to you, but there are other people available. If it's not representative of other people, these are energies within you. Let's see what comes out for that. And it feels a bit like growth, to be honest, as well. They kind of feel like growth. If it's your energy, where you have got this King of Wands energy, you have got the King of Cups energy. I mean, you got all of the kings, didn't you? I think. Did you get the King of Swords somewhere as well? Yeah, it's like you've got all of this energy, this King mastered energy, or master energy of mastery within you now, even if you don't recognize it or realize it. So King of Wands, King of Cups. Yep, okay, they kind of fell out, but I'll take them. So we've got the Justice card, the Queen of Wands. The Justice card feels like the mastery that I spoke of with the Kings. The Queen of Wands, I would say that mastery is there. It can be support as well, because the Justice card for me can connect to energy of support, that things will go in your favor. The Queen of Wands can be a supporter as well. Excuse me, but it's also an energy of if there is mastery, it's there because you have tapped into your desires. Let's see what else comes up. That tapping into the desires changes the energy of everything. And acknowledging it as well. Properly acknowledging what you desire, or how you want to feel at the very least. Ace of Wands. Hierophant. Can I get one for the Hierophant, because it feels like a sore thumb sticking out. That's stuff you've learned with the Four of Swords and the Hierophant together. It's lessons that you've learned. So yeah, again, the Kings, it can be support. I wouldn't rule that out, but there's a sense of mastery there, that you've mastered these energies, and maybe you can tap into them more because you've learned. There's certain lessons you've learned. With that Devil there, there may still be fears to overcome, and we have already talked about things that hold you back, but it's like with the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands, you have the will to overcome that, because there's so much you've already learned, and you just have to use it. To be honest, you need to use it. So that's what you need to be more aware of. Let's look at the Queen of Cups as a future energy. So again, if it was a relationship, it's like you've got the tools now. I know the Magician isn't here, but it's almost like you've got the tools to deal with this in a better way than you ever have before, or whatever the situation is for you. So Queen of Cups, King of Swords. I actually really like that combination together. I think it's very opposite, but it is a beautiful combination as a future energy. For me, I feel like this is you. I don't feel like this necessarily represents other people. I feel this is two sides of you going into the future where, again, there's that sort of mastery type energy, but it's balanced because you've got that Queen of Cups, that emotions connected to the emotions and emotionally expressive, keyword expressive, emotionally expressive and emotionally tapped in and compassionate, combined with that King of Swords, that logical, very excellent communicator type energy and very assertive as well. So there's a really healthy looking balance there as you go into the future. So again, if it was in a relationship, that's a lovely energy to have in a relationship because you've got the logic and the emotion. And this one feels like today's this particular part of the reading, it feels like today's written tarot message, the love message specifically, if it is related to love for you, about bringing harmony with the emotions and the logic, the mind and the mind and the heart. So let's see what comes out for the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. Ten of Swords, the Hanged Man. It feels like learned stuff you've learned with the, I mean, it felt like something you've learned with the Ten of Swords to get to this point, to have these energies. And then with the Hanged Man, that is spiritual development, isn't it? Or can be spiritual development and also surrender to. There's the harmony with the Temperance card. That's the, I know it's fire and water, but it's still like a combination and harmony, letting something work together harmoniously because of what you've learned from previous experiences. So I'd say a key blockage here is if you're not using what you've already learned or acknowledging your truth, that may be a block to your happiness. We've got the Seven of Swords there and King of Wands, Five of Swords. You know what? So with the Seven of Swords, King of Wands and Five of Swords, you would have learned through hardship, without a doubt. I mean, you got the Ten of Swords there. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of lessons, well, not unfortunately, but we learn a lot of lessons in life through hardship. Ten of Swords, it's just shitty energy altogether, isn't it? It's been stabbed in the back, it's pain. Seven of Swords, it feels here like it can be an energy of deceit. And especially with that Five of Swords coming up. But that King of Wands energy, that is someone that is like, walks through fire. Like whatever goes on in their life, whatever bullshit comes up, they literally walk through fire to get through that. Did it mention the phoenix rising from the ashes in this? I don't think it did it? But that's that feeling with that King of Wands energy as well. And I did say it felt like mastery here in terms of what you need to be more aware of as well. Another thing that comes up with the three cards here as well is, because of what you've learned previously, it is a bit more of a fearless energy and more of a risk-taking energy and being stronger, strength. The King of Wands is Leo. Yeah, Leo energy. It's Leo energy, isn't it? Being very strong and willing to take risks, and knowing that you have these energies, that Queen of Cups, the still being able to go into things with your heart, but knowing that you won't put up with any shit either, with the King of Swords too. So it's quite an empowered energy. It's heart, it's compassion and love, but it's empowered as well at the same time. So that's future energies. That's what it's not saying. It's not showing me specific circumstances that you're going into in the future, although could something end with the Ten of Swords? Maybe, although it hasn't really. The only thing that I could specifically think of that would end is an old cycle, but it's not. Other than that, it's not telling me anything. It's more focused on the energies that you're moving forward with in this reading, about how you are as you move forward. Let us look at so this is your guidance, King of Pentacles, the Fool. And it literally just feels like you've got what it takes. You've got what it takes to move forward in anything, however you want to express yourself. Whatever it is you want to do, you've got what it takes to make it work. Again, that mastery energy. So King of Pentacles and the Fool. Ace of Swords, again, is an energy of things that you've learned and the truths that you have that you can move forward with now. The Emperor, again, it's a mastery energy. You've got the Emperor and all the kings there. Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the World. So the World is back at the end of the reading. It was here and it's back again. And the Two of Swords is back as well. Why is the Two of Swords there? Because it's like there's a strong energy here. Why is the Two of Swords here, please? Is it again that thing like where I said about outgrowing a pair of shoes, and you're still kind of a little bit stuck in the past energies, and it's just like shifting that completely to recognize how far the progress you've made. The blockage is recognizing the progress you've made and who you are now, and fully embracing all of that in terms of your truth, how you want to express yourself, etc. It's embracing all of that. Eight of Pentacles, you may have a little bit more internal work to do, or the work could be just recognizing what you've achieved and what you have the potential to achieve as you move forward now. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I don't think there's anything else I can add to that. Yeah, I'll leave it there, and I will just get you a final card of guidance from the Isis Oracle. Final advice. Ooh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Right, so you have the Flower of Life, which says, if you can read that, you are entering a fertile period of your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest, and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. I think maybe that may be a bit of a blockage. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. So I'll leave it there. I don't really have anything to add to that. I like the reading. I hope it's helpful to you. So again, if you want any info in the description box about personal readings or the daily written tarot readings, it'll be there if necessary. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks for mid-month check-ins. I might be back before then with some shorts on YouTube and Instagram for like Pluto entering Aquarius, and the full moon as well. But until then, I hope that November treats you well, and take care.